everyone, and welcome to Zeepkist Cup of the Day. For those of you who don't know how this works, we get 10 minutes to practice a map we have never seen before, after which there will be 2-minute elimination rounds where the slowest players get eliminated. This week our map is by Redal. Their first Cup of the Day map, I think a fairly new mapper, although I have been liking their stuff recently. This looks like a map I would like. Also, if you can't tell, you probably can. I am a little sick right now, or at least my throat hurts, so if I sound different to you, that is why. Interesting jump right here at the beginning. Oh, very interesting tube section. I was not prepared. Okay, I'm somehow alive. Lexer drop, huge. Icarus drop, all the transitions. I'm off the track. Oh no, risky finish. I hate this map. I saw Sandals looking at it too. We had the same reaction. Not many people finishing their early runs. It is a little bit blind, but I suppose we will learn the track in time. Or everybody's going for that risky. How do I hit the risky is the question. Up, down, yeah, like, I think that was Hydro who tried that. I'm just gonna take a time to take a time, and then we'll worry about that risky now. Also, this first transition I could probably be doing a lot smoother. Like that. This is a speed conservation map, so these first couple jumps are huge. Anyone want to agree to no risky? Says the man who time warps every track even though nobody wants to do that tech. Oh, I keep forgetting how to set up for this tube. I like that tube section, I just need to remember how to set up for it. Yeah, I really like this track. It's a shame about the risky. I feel like that's probably not too bad. I just need to get used to it. Maybe even first person. I think a lot of this track is just I need to remember the things to do. Not a huge fan of this jump because it's kind of hard to tell where to set up for it. Okay. Oh, man. Yeah, I think so much of this track is just remember where you need to be. Like that first jump even. Just know, okay, take a low jump on the right side of the track. Ooh, I kind of like that line. I might be a little more direct than what I was doing. This, remember how to do this tube section. I think you actually want to come down earlier so that you avoid the airtime. This, you want to be a little bit more to the right just so you don't really fail that Icarus drop-esque section. Okay, did first person help, or do I just know the line now? And that's a false positive. I'll try it again in third person, but I think I can do that risky consistently. Man, that part's kind of scary when you're offline. Who's that up there? Is that, They took a very aggressive jump. Wheelie. Seems like it didn't work out for them because they're slower. Oof, Hydro just sets a 44-0. Author times a 43-8, so a strong AT by the looks of things. I think you want to do the jump like that. It's a little bit more of a direct line than the way I was doing it. No airtime in the tube section, or the half-pipe section. Gotta get that transition, though. Maki sets a 43-6, beats the author time. I don't know if Maki was a map tester. He's been testing most of the cup maps lately, so he may or may not be racing. Hydro's looked very fast all day today, and the past few weeks for that matter. Round always hear Yanja in the lobby today, which is unusual to see him recently. Kern Cobb probably gonna show up with like 1 minute left in the warm-up round and then just win the whole thing. Oh, I keep sliding out there. Yeah, I think I could take a much more inside line on that glass turn. Okay, I feel pretty good about the risky. I might take some safe finishes in rounds depending on how it goes, but I think I can do the risky consistently enough. Maki does a 43.2. How do you do a 43.2? Okay, 185 speed. I'm gonna remember that. Ooh, actually. Okay, that was a bad landing, but I think you might hit 200 down there. This is a good run. Hey, end of the 43s. Third place. Possibly second, depending on if Maki tested the map or not. I like this map. This is very much my style of map. Just like full traction, smooth turning. That jump, I'm not a huge fan of, but the rest of it... Oh, these tube sections? I love tube sections like this. Oh, it was a little bouncy through there that time. Ooh, that felt good. I think you don't want to do the Icarus drop, though, because you just end up landing flat. There's possibly a few different lines you can do through there also. I should probably experiment before I get comfortable with something. This is a good run. Jump further to the right there, try to not get a flat landing, and yeah, that gives me +4 speed, and I think I can do even better. And I'm good with the risky. Oh, everybody else has also improved. Hydro just ahead of me, round with a very good time of 43.3, right at the end of the warm-ups here. Oh, Zoman joins last second. Okay, I guess that was a really bad line. Alright. Yeah, I know, O-Tube, right? What happened to 43 being fast? I improved by, like, almost half a second, and I lose spots doing that. Everybody's in the 43s now. We got 8 people in the 43s. And it looks like we have 7 or 8 former Cup of the Day winners in here. We'll see if Mackie actually sticks around for this. Mackie's shooting for 42s, he says. 49-person lobby, so it's filled out at the end. I thought it was going to be a little bit of a smaller lobby. And as always in recent times, it is a very stacked lobby with lots of good players. What's my speed here? 138. As usual, I was not paying attention, so I don't know if that's good. Not a great Lexer drop, but not too big of a deal right now. Yeah, I could be way faster at the bottom of that hill, but I think that was mostly just the Lexer drop being bad. Oh, I had a really bad setup. I got scared. Round 1, just take a finish. 43-1 from Hydro. Mackie is racing also. So good to know. Mackie has to reclaim his spot on the top of the stats spreadsheet. No Kerncobb today, who is the new leader in Cup of the Day wins. So Mackie can tie Kern again at 22 wins if he takes this one. I gotta say, based on what I've seen today, and what I've seen in this lobby so far, Hydro might be the favorite, though. Oof, did Panda get, is Panda gonna DNF from the risky? Also, is Zoman gonna DNF? I know he, like, just joined the lobby. No, he didn't. He just got a time. Okay. Few people coming into the finish. Mortarshade, I hope that counted as a finish. Yeah, a lot of people DNFing, I think mostly from the risky finish. Panda Main, one of the Cup of the Day winners, does get knocked out in round 1, being too risky. This feels like a smooth start. 138 again. Again with kind of an iffy Lexer drop. Oh, yeah, that was bad. Do I have time for 2 runs? I don't think so. That's good to know. I might not go for the risky. Mackie with the 43.2, pushing for the 42s, getting close. So hard to not skid out on that turn. Felt like I took that very awkwardly. And yeah, how does this time out? I don't have time. I am going to be extra safe. Let's see if I can spectate somebody like Hydro. Hydro's right at the end, which isn't very helpful. Mackie is doing another run. There's like a couple lines I just kind of want to double check. One of them is this jump right here, which Mackie does the same thing I do. 140, maybe 139 speed at that checkpoint. And then the other line I want to see is this Lexer drop, which he also does the same thing I do. Runs up high there, yeah, very far to the right side jump. Because again, you don't really want to do the Icarus drop because you get a flat landing, not a fat landing, a flat landing. And yeah, it's actually much better to just take a smooth run on the right side. A lot more DNFs again in round 2. Butter, another one of the Cup of the Day winners, getting knocked out. I assume this is just people going for the risky while I'm taking the safe finish every time. More players DNF'd in round 2 than round 1. Guys. Just get a finish. Ah! Okay, that turn is also difficult. Little risky with that jump. I probably don't need to be pushing my luck there. Only 137, really. Yeah, Mackie goes very early into the Lexer drop also. I should probably start doing that also. That was a nice line. I do have time for 2 runs, so I'm going to go for the risky. Am I going to go for the risky here? Not with that setup. I got scared again. As much as it would help me to practice the risky, I also just don't want to add nerves for my second run. This is the problem I have in Cup of the Day. A problem I've always had in Cup of the Day is I take everything way too safe. It helps me get nice, consistent finishes, but it doesn't really help me actually win. This is a very good run, though. Much better than my previous. Oh, and I reset too late to get the risky. Awesome. Hey, good. Most people finished the track this time. 47.8 getting eliminated. A lot of people in the 47, so actually, I've got a lot of time to work with here, because I'm getting 45s without the risky. And that was apparently not a good run either, because my second run was much better. Nice, 139. That feels good. That corner's kind of hard to set up for, well. Ah, yeah, I slid a little bit, but I got a good jump here. Maybe I might get a little bounce. No, I'm okay. I could have a lot more speed at the bottom of that hill, though. Sure, that seems fair. Oh, Mackie getting close to the 42s with that one. Man, do I need to go for a safe finish again here? Oh, Mackie actually got a 42. Got a 42.8 while I was busy worrying about the risky finish. No, no. Uh-oh, I have no time. This is not good. Please have enough time to get to the risky finish. Only 137. That was a little bit high. I also seem to have a history of absolutely failing at Lexer drops, which is ironic since they were named after me. This is not super fast. I'm just praying I can actually make it to the finish right now. I can't. I'm out of time. GG. Another Cup of the Day winner knocked out by going for the risky. And for being an idiot. Well, that was my worst performance since I started doing videos. I think I got 21st a couple of times, like a long time ago. Was this Cup of the Day 87? I started doing videos in Cup of the Day 26. So in the last like 50 cups, that was my worst performance. Which is a shame because I really like this map too. Except for the risky. Zoman goes for the Icarus drops still. A couple other people do also. I think there's Zeklord and Echidna. Zoman very far ahead of everybody. R-Tube. as well. Hydro, let's see, Zoman with the 43.2. Interesting. So actually going for the Icarus drop. Zoman gets the best time on the leaderboard at the moment. I'm going to watch this jump now because I'm curious what people are doing. Yeah, Round does not go for the Icarus drop. Mew kind of splits the difference a little bit. A lot of people do go for the Icarus drop, which I feel like is the natural thing for people to do nowadays. Everyone's gotten so used to Icarus drops. Hydro, kind of a partial drop. A lot of different lines there. Very interesting. A lot of people without a time again. Hopefully people don't fail the risky. Hydro gets it. I think Pants did not. I'm not sure if Anjmi did. I don't think so. Nick does. He needed a time. We still got 4 people. Now 3 people without a time. Sandals going safe. Diablo going safe. Needs a time at the last second here. It's not going to be enough to get him out of the elimination zone, though. So 2 more DNFs in this round. So far, round 3 has been the best round for people actually finishing. So I think this is like the 3rd or 4th cup of the day where I've been eliminated because I failed a Lexer drop, which is gotta be one of the more embarrassing things for me. It's also not the first time in recent history that I've gotten eliminated because I reset too late, which was more a matter of where I crashed this time, but I gotta stop doing that. So Maki does not go for the Icarus drop. There's a very, like, there's a big split there where it's almost like 50-50 whether people are doing it or not, and it doesn't seem to be really showing up in the times. Zoman getting very consistent with the point 2, though, and he is one of the people going for this drop. Our tube has been liking the tubes on this map. Having a pretty good time so far. It's one of the people that does not really go for the drop. Sandals does not really go for the drop either. I feel like it depends on the line you take. Like, if I can catch Zoman real quick. Or Round, even. Round clipped a little bit. But you see, he takes a very far to the right side jump. And I wonder if Zoman... yeah, we might see Zoman do it here. I bet Zoman takes a very far to the left side jump. And it actually allows him to land not as flat at the end of the Icarus drop. Yeah, very left. Let's see. That was interesting. So, he actually clipped the road piece there, which I don't think was intentional. But yeah, I think he just jumps off of that super early on the left side so that he can fall far enough to land still on the downhill. Already, into a 2 elimination round. Oh no, wait, hold on. I'm out of experience here. I haven't played Zeepkist in like 2 weeks. Okay. So that was the round of 17. Final round of 4 eliminations. Now into the 2 elimination round. I'm going to watch Zoman again because he's in a pretty good pack here. We can see a lot of the top racers right here. Oh, Sandals oscillates very early. Seems like he lost some speed doing that. Zoman, Maki, R-Tube, the only ones left on my screen here. You see the difference there. R-Tube, Maki jumps very far to the right. Zoman jumps very far to the left. Ooh, man. Almost misses the landing entirely, and he does lose speed for that. We see R-Tube and Maki pulling ahead. Most people taking their first runs. Let's see if anyone fails the risky. I think everybody made it. Everyone that was still on a run made it in. Maki with the 43.2. We haven't seen anybody else get back into the 41s. It's into the 42s for a long time. It's just Maki with that 42.8. Hydro with the 43.0 is still second fastest. Round, who we're watching right here, has the third fastest time on GTR, but does not have a time right now and needs to get one. Still 4 people without a time, only 2 getting eliminated. Oh, that was an unfortunate clip, but I think he's maintained enough speed. Goes for a very far to the right side, very far right side jump. This is 198 at the bottom of the hill, which is very fast. You can hit 200 there, but I think you need to do that line to do it. Speaking of 42s, a new world record from just Mackie. Round puts in a 43.2, will survive to the next round. Renergy and Stick need times. We're not seeing many people come to the finish, but here comes Renergy. Does get a time, will knock out St. Nicholas. Pants barely survives as well. So St. Nicholas and Stick eliminated, 12th and 13th. Few more rounds of 2 eliminations. Everybody left having a 43 or better. So remember in the warm-up rounds with a few minutes to go, I said a 43.9 and I was only like the 3rd person to do a 43. And then out of nowhere, like 7 other people set 43s right at the end of warm-up rounds, and now it is needed to get through to the top 11. Few people resetting early at these first couple jumps. It does matter a lot for your speed, how you land these first few jumps. Zomin ahead of the pack. Ooh, resets, not liking the landing of the Lexo drop. Hydro jumps further to the left. Hydro is a very strange line through there. I want to see if his speed... It looks about the same as Sandals and R-Tube. Puts in a 43.3. R-Tube fails the risky. Only 2 people getting finishes on their first run. Mackie gets in. The 3rd to finish. Renergy the 4th to finish. People trickling into the finish right at the end here. Zeklod goes fastest with the 43.2. Zeklod, not a Cup of the Day winner, so a possible new winner here. Zeklod does have 2 second place finishes. And a few 3rd places as well. Pants, also not a Cup of the Day winner, so currently the top 2 are non-Cup winners. Mackie, you see he does this very far to the right side jump. 200 speed there. Let's see if I can catch anybody else. Round is out. Round has reset too late. Zomin needs this time, also goes for the safe finish, but is it enough? Where is R-Tube? R-Tube going for the risky, knocks out Zomin. Zomin could not afford the safe time. So it's going to be Zomin and Round NZT, 2 big name Cup of the Day winners. 15 Cup wins for Zomin and 10 Cup wins for Round, and they are eliminated in 10th and 11th. Mackie starting to get consistent with the 42.7s. I think that should be scary for everybody since no one else has even done a 42 yet. And that is the world record time as well. So the cup winners slowly being knocked out. Most people doing the same line on these early jumps. Hydro lands a little bit higher. Ooh, gets a little bit of a drop between the track pieces there. I still think Sandals has a slightly different oscillation pattern than everybody else. And he does reset there. As we see a whole variety of lines here. Pants goes for the very aggressive Icarus drop, more like what Zomin was doing. I think we saw Hydro and Zeklo do a little bit more of a middle ground line. And everybody going for the risky, and a few people getting it. I think there were multiple crashes into the finish ring. Didn't quite see who that was. I think Zeklo and R-Tube, maybe. 4 people without a time. Everybody still has time to get 2 finishes. Well, not the people that crashed into the finish ring, but still time for a reset. Mackie puts in a 43.2. Sandals, R-Tube, and Zeklo needing time. Sandals resets last second, not liking the run he was on. R-Tube mid-run right now, and Zeklo coming towards the finish. Let's see how R-Tube does this section. Very far right side jump, does not go for the Icarus drop. Has 193 speed, which is not great, but it should be fine. Zeklo puts in a 43.8. This is actually going to be a little bit tight on the timing for R-Tube. Into the risky, does not have enough, just barely does not knock out Pants, but Sandals reset late is on time for a snipe. Needs to beat a 43.8 now as the elimination time has been improved. And me in trouble. Sandals does not make the finish. Reset just a touch too late. So Sandals will be eliminated in 9th. And another Cup of the Day winner gone away. Who's left from the Cup of the Day winners? Hydro, Maki, and Yanja. The only 3 left. I think there was 9 going into this. And a number of fast players with no Cup of the Day wins still remaining in this lobby. Oh, Pants jumps very far to the left there. Interesting line. Very early into the tube as well. Does reset. So I don't know if that was good or if that line was actually just bad and that's why he reset. Zeklord goes for the Icarus drop energy, a little bit middle ground. Still has 195 speed energy, even with that line. Who makes it into the risky finish, though? 4 people enter. Energy does not. Maki does make it in. Who else? Yanja, I guess, does make it. And I'm missing everybody that is going to the finish. Everybody in the 43s again, and me probably not feeling very safe with that 43.9, especially since there's still 2 eliminations in the round of 7. Pants at 43.3, that might just be safe, and does have time to improve that. Anime and Renergy need times. We saw Renergy fail the risky the first time around. Anime needs an improvement. Has been doing the 43.9s pretty consistently, which is not enough to get out of this round. It's actually probably going to need to improve to that 43.5. We'll see what Renergy does here. Someone tried jumping there. Zeklo, that did not work out. Renergy is eliminated, and Anime missing a couple left tires is not going to improve his time. So 43.6 getting eliminated, and Hydro breaks into the 42s. So the second person to do that. Yandra sets a personal best as well with the 43.0. The 3 Cup of the Day winners holding strong in the top 3 spots. Again, 21 wins for just Maki. Can tie Kern Cobb if he wins today. Hydro, who's looked very fast the past few weeks, has 7 Cup wins. Yanja has 5 Cup wins, but does not play very much recently. Actually hasn't won Cup of the Day in I don't know how long. Editor Alexa will put that on screen. Pants loads in the latest of the 5, puts him a little bit behind, makes it hard to spectate. Oh, I think Yanja clipped coming out of there. A few people resetting, actually. Just 3 on their first runs. Zeklord still goes for the Icarus drop, as does Pants. Seems to got it pretty cleanly. Zeklord does reset, so only Maki and Pants on their first runs. Maki into the finish, another 42. Pants with the 43.6 is not going to feel comfortable with that time. But that might make it through. Still, there is only 1 elimination in this round, which might help out if you have a slightly slower time than usual. But everybody left is very fast. Hydro makes it into the risky finish, as does Yanja. So that 43.6 probably not going to be safe. Zeklord only gets 1 shot at this risky. This might decide the round right here. Zeklord does make it in with a .51, so Pants needs to improve. Is on another run coming towards the finish right now. It is Pants or Zeklord eliminated in this round. The 3 Cup of the Day winners are safe. And Pants does improve to a 43.4. So Zeklord will be eliminated. And it looks like Yanja doing some style points. Not very stylish if you land on your head, though. So 43.5 is... oops, I didn't want GTR. I wanted this. Yeah, that is a faster time than was eliminated in the previous round. Everybody left going very fast, and I think everyone left can easily do better times than the ones that they have on the leaderboard. There are 2 people with the .4 in the last round. I think we've seen everybody left in the .2s or better. Let's watch Pants, since he loads in last. Hydro fails the first jump and resets right away. Pants jumps a lot more to the left there. Does reset, not liking the landing he got. Maki and Yanja, boy, this is a throwback to the early Cup of the Days. And Maki now the only one left on their first run. Let's see how they do the rest of this. Pretty clean into the Lexer drop. This very far right side jump, avoiding the Icarus drop. Hits 201 even before landing at the bottom there. So Maki on a very fast run. Does need to get into the risky. Doesn't seem to be too much of a problem. And that is a world record. 42.69. 2/10 or 1/10 ahead of Hydro. I guess a little over 1/10 ahead of Hydro's best time. Hydro does put in another 42 and Pants with the personal best of a 43.0. Yandra going to be under quite a lot of pressure here. As Yandra comes into the finish of 43.3. Yeah, that is... Yandra needs to not only... Oh, Yandra's out actually because he seems to have given up on this run right away. So yeah, those are actually... Yandra would have needed not only a personal best, but top 3 time on GTR. 2 of those people putting in personal best times, and Hydro just barely off of his personal best. An incredibly quick round, with Yandra being eliminated with a 43.3. Pants making a good case for a possible new cup winner, although Maki and Hydro have been blindingly fast. It's going to be very difficult for anybody to make it out of this next round and into the finals. I think a podium is a personal best for Pants, though. Maki with the 0.6, though. If he can do that consistently. I mean, he's been in 0.7s pretty consistently, which Hydro's gotten kind of close to. But otherwise, I think Maki might be on for another win here. Trying to keep up with Kern Cobb in the all-time wins list. Both Maki and Hydro reset very early. Pants doesn't seem the fastest coming into the tube section here. Let's see what his speeds are later. Maki was hitting about 190 by the Lexer drop. Yeah, that was 190. Pants does go for this left side jump still. Ooh, get a little bit of a bounce. It's going to have to reset. Was going to fall short on that Icarus drop. Hydro kind of splitting the difference. So we have 3 very different lines at that Icarus drop section. Hydro kind of down the middle of the road. Maki we see hitting 191 speed, but getting a little bit of a bounce across the tubes. Goes very far to the right. Hydro taking a 43.4, which was slower than Yandra's eliminated time last round. Does have time to improve that, though. Maki coming into the finish. We'll take a look at Pants. Maki also taking a slow time of a 43.4, and all 3 of them resetting. Actually, Hydro a little bit ahead, but Pants needs a snipe if he wants to make it out. He did put in a 43.0 in the last round, which would be first place, and Hydro is not going to improve that time. I think that is going to make him pretty scared. Pants with very little time to actually complete this run. But if it is a good time, I think he should get to the finish. Maki on an improvement, needs to improve also. Is not going to feel comfortable with Pants on that run, but Maki with very fast speed at the bottom there. Pants, let's see if he gets this drop better this time. He does. Only 194 speed, but gets a little bit more of a direct line with that Icarus drop that he takes. Maki improves to the 0.0. Is it Pants or Hydro in the final seconds of this round? Pants going for the snipe, does not get it. A 0.5 for Pants will not get him through to the finals. Hydro gets away with a little bit of a weaker run than normal. And it's Maki versus Hydro in the finals. Maki's been looking very fast on this map, but clearly consistency is lacking for both of these guys. We'll see if any of them can set a world record in the finals. These are definitely the 2 players I think might be able to do it on this map. Already looks like Maki's pulling away a little bit from Hydro. Compare speeds here. Oh, 189, not the greatest Lexer drop. As we do see the wildly different lines there. Hydro getting 197 even with a kind of flat landing, and Hydro is now catching Maki. Do they get the risky finish? That's the other big question to ask. Mackie does not, but I think that 43.1 might have been faster than the time Mackie was going to put down anyway. So Mackie needing to get into the finish this time would be a big start, but also needing a pretty solid time himself. Both of these guys do have time for more resets. They are resetting one after another right behind each other here. These first couple jumps are pretty important for your speed, so I understand why they would want to take a reset, but no more time to reset now. Mackie 139 at the checkpoint, Hydro similar speeds. Coming around towards the Lexo drop here, that is 190 at the next checkpoint. Same speed for Hydro. These are very similar runs we're seeing so far. This is where their lines vary quite a lot, though, as Mackie hits 201. Oh, Hydro actually follows Mackie's line there that time, though, and has similar speed again. I think these are going to be two very close runs if they both get into the risky finish. Mackie coming in, 42.91. Hydro follows and does not improve. So Mackie takes the win number 22 to once again match Kerncop at the top of the stat sheet. Congratulations, Mackie, on yet another win, and thank you guys for watching this video, even though I got eliminated so early. If you want to join Cup of the Day yourself, join the CTR Discord, which will be linked in the description below, and if you want to see all these stats and results, I will link my spreadsheet in the description as always. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye!